We cannot simply print more money whenever we want because doing so creates serious economic problems rather than solving them. Money only has value when it is backed by trust, productivity, and the amount of goods and services available in an economy. If a government prints large amounts of new money without increasing production, there will be more money chasing the same number of goods. This imbalance leads to inflation, meaning prices rise and each unit of money buys less than before. Printing excessive money reduces the purchasing power of people's savings and wages. When prices increase faster than incomes, people can afford fewer necessities like food, housing, and fuel. This hurts low and middle income households the most because they have limited savings and less ability to protect themselves from rising prices. Over time, people lose confidence in the currency and try to spend it quickly or convert it into foreign currency or assets, which worsens inflation further. Another reason we cannot print unlimited money is that it damages economic stability. Businesses rely on predictable prices to plan investments and hire workers. High inflation creates uncertainty, discourages long-term investment, and slows economic growth. When inflation becomes extreme, it can turn into hyperinflation, where prices rise daily or even hourly, making normal economic activity nearly impossible, as seen historically in countries like Zimbabwe or Venezuela. Printing too much money also weakens a country's currency value internationally. When more money is issued, its value falls relative to other currencies, leading to depreciation. A weaker currency makes imports more expensive, increasing the cost of fuel, medicine, and technology from abroad. For countries that rely heavily on imports, this can quickly raise living costs and increase trade deficits. Governments also cannot print freely because it undermines central bank credibility. Central banks are responsible for controlling inflation and maintaining trust in the financial system. If people believe the government will print money whenever it faces difficulty, confidence in monetary policy collapses. Once trust is lost, it becomes extremely difficult to control inflation even with strong corrective measures later. In addition, printing money does not create real wealth. Real wealth comes from productivity, innovation, natural resources, and human skills. Printing money only changes the number written on currency notes, not the actual amount of goods and services in the economy. Without real growth, more money simply spreads existing wealth thinner. Finally, excessive money printing can increase income inequality. Those closest to newly printed money, such as large banks or asset owners, benefit first, while ordinary people face higher prices later. This creates social tension and economic imbalance. For all these reasons, governments and central banks must be careful and disciplined, using money printing only in limited, controlled ways rather than as a permanent solution.